What's up, everybody? It's Tom back with the video. It's been a while since I made a video just showing everything down here in the basement. You're probably curious about what the title means, and unfortunately, I need to start making some drastic changes down here in my basement with my collection. That's all my PlayStation and Dreamcast stuff over there in the corner. So, as you can tell here, I sold off all my arcades except one. This is a multicade. I do have the board, thanks to Ken. Thank you again, man. But this has a Pandora's box in it for now, and then these are just modded one-up systems. But I've had some major changes in my life happen over the last couple years, especially with collecting, and it mainly has to do with where I live and my situation in my basement. Probably about 10 years ago, I had to make a change down here because of flooding. And I had them put in a sump pump over here. It cost about $6,000. They had to tunnel out. It's hard to see it here, but they carved out about 1.5 or 2 feet, and they did it all the way around my basement, which leads to the sump pump here in case any water comes. Like usually, the water was coming in over here behind the washer and dryer. Now all that water is trenched to go to the sump pump. But we've been having some pretty torrential rains here off and on. It doesn't seem to just rain normally anymore. It seems we're getting 10 inches of rain or more sometimes, and nobody's really equipped for that, I think. It's really difficult to measure that. And in fact, it's so bad that they close where I go to work, they close down sometimes because the flooding gets so bad. But the last time it rained so heavy here, this sump pump was going crazy, and it was working for almost 24 hours straight. I have luckily the power didn't go out, and I actually grabbed my shop vac and I tried to help out suck water out of this pit. There's a pit in there, and I emptied at least 10 giant buckets, which probably hold 5 or 8, probably anywhere from 5 to 8 gallons of water. And I didn't make a dent. So if that thing would have failed, I don't think I replaced my own battery backup, but it's not working properly. I don't think it was ever installed properly. But if this little pump fails, then there would have been at least a foot of water down here, probably up to the top of these bookcases. Unless I because I'd have to get to the door to open it up to let all the water out. And then everything that's on these bottom shelves here would have been destroyed and ruined. Luckily, these arcade one-ups are on the risers, and the Neo Geo would be lost. So that's one of the reasons I sold off all my arcades. I really didn't want to, but this has forced me to rethink a lot of things and come to some drastic conclusions that I really need to trim down my liabilities down here in the basement. I'm not going to be finished necessarily collecting, I think, but not like I used to. I really don't collect that much anyway. I mainly just get a lot of games from yard sales. Right now is the time to collect Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, and Xbox One games. They're so cheap and abundant. I found over 300 games this yard sale season. And I do sell what I don't keep. I sell at the conventions, and I sell them at a really heavy discount to help out a lot of other collectors. But I became, basically over that time, if you guys follow me on Facebook at all, I became a really big Dark Souls player. And with that, it leaves you a little time. I'm trying to complete every Dark Souls game to 100% and platinum on all of them. And then I've even platinum on different systems. So it's just, I think they're the greatest games ever made. They're just everything I'm looking for in video games. And I think there's only a few franchises that even come close to rivaling the Dark Souls series or Blood or whatever you want to call them. All the Souls games, but they're my favorite games of all time, and I play them repeatedly. But anyway, besides that point, if you look down here, I have some Sega Master System games I switched around here, but this is all my Sega Saturn games. And Panzer Dragoon Saga, Dragon Force, Shining Force 3, all this stuff is on the bottom shelf. I would have lost all these games here. And that, you're looking at a few $1,000s. So I'm trying to rearrange everything in here and sell off a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not playing so I can put these on the top shelf and then make whatever I'm going to put down at the bottom. I don't know yet. It could just be some storage area for something. But I'm looking to, I think right now I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have like 9 bookcases here. Those are music CDs. And then I have back here in the back, I have an entire collection of Dreamcast and PlayStation 1 games, if you can see all the way down there. And then this is just some overflow. This is all my Sega Saturn imports. I just got this shelf at a yard sale for like $1, which is a really nice find. But anyway, the ironic thing is I kind of got my collection almost exactly where I wanted it to be. And it's funny how this stuff works out. But, you know, I've been really going through, right now I've been going through, mainly I went through my PS4 collection. And these are all the ones I'm going to sell off and get rid of. And then I've been really slowly going through my PS2 stuff, what I want to keep and get rid of. Xbox, that was easy to go through because a lot of this stuff I got from yard sales. And then I'm pulling some of the bigger titles. I'm a vendor this year at one of the conventions. And I'm just going to sell some stuff off there. But, you know, this is kind of what I'm going to be keeping up here. A lot of shooters and, you know, a lot of first-party titles. But I'm getting rid of a lot, too, you know. Kind of went over here. This is a lot of the Wii stuff I'm getting rid of. I'm getting rid of, if I'm not playing it, like on a daily basis, or not daily basis, but if I'm not playing it repeatedly, then they got to go, you know. The good thing is this, if I have to get something back, if I want to play it, this stuff's cheap or easy to find. And if I want to pick up a couple games here and there and then play them, I can do that too. So it's not a big deal. But I've been going through all this stuff, trying to figure out what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. You know, this is just some of the Wii stuff here. I'll put this down for a second. Bear with me. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm filling up these tubs here. You know, this is like some PS3 games I'm getting rid of. You know, this has been remastered I don't know how many times. You know, the trilogy. You know, you can see these are still on my bags, DVD bags. I had all this exactly the way I wanted it. But, you know, sometimes things are, you're forced to change. I got too much stuff. Because the funny thing is, I cleared out those arcades, and I still don't have room for anything. But I'm going through my systems right now and looking what I can trim down. Having multiples of different, you know, I got like 3 different versions of GameCubes. I got the purple one. What is this one? They're usually kind of a special edition of something. Like that's the Zelda. You know, that's Zelda was included in this one. You can see it. And then, you know, this one I think is just the platinum one. And then this one's just a regular black one. So I'll probably just get rid of that one and just keep the, you know, but that's what I'm saying. I had different variants. I had the platinum black and I had also the blue one over here. But anyway, I'll keep you guys posted on this. I don't know, you know, I really wasn't going to tell anybody what I was doing, but I figured a lot of you guys have been with me from the beginning, and for those that have stuck around, this isn't the end. You know, it's just an ending on one thing. It really forces me just to go through this more and trim down even more. But, you know, a lot of this stuff in my collection I've had for a long time. I've been doing this since I was 19 years old, for 30 years. I've been collecting video games for over 30 years now. And I've really got started. I had some video games when I was younger, but it was when I was around 19 years old. I think around that age, maybe 19, 20, when one of the local grocery stores in my area closed. Nationals was a big supermarket. And if you're young and watch my channel, a lot of grocery stores used to have video rental stores inside the grocery stores. And I went to these stores and cleaned out what I could. And I even have, I've traded up a lot of them, but I kept one of them, and that's Super Punch-Out here. I still have the sticker on there. I tried to get it off, but this is one of my favorite games of all time. But I've been doing this a long time, but I'll probably, I want to trim down at least half of this. I need to get rid of at least 4 bookcases worth of games. So I got some tough decisions ahead. But the good thing is it kind of forces you to reevaluate stuff anyway, because I probably got a lot of filler in here. Not filler in the sense that it's a bad game. Just to me, I wanted to complete set, or, you know, whatever, you know, I want for like a, you know, I wanted all the Sega games on a system or something. You know, I don't need them all. Or I don't need Crazy Taxi on the Dreamcast, on the GameCube, and then on the PS2. That kind of stuff, you know. I'm good with just one version of it. But thanks for sticking around my channel, and keep, you know, I'm on Facebook under Tom Sega, so look me up, add me if you want to. And I'll talk to you guys later.